Hi, welcome to Yoga by Janelle. Today's class is a chair yoga class that will consist of some seated yoga, a little bit of standing, balance, and of course we will end with some restorative poses. For the class today, you will need to have your yoga mat. You will want to have a nice sturdy chair. Most often a kitchen chair is suitable. Just be sure that it's low enough that you can safely maneuver without causing any issues. No arms on the chair is preferred also. You may want to have a yoga block, maybe 1 or 2 blocks may be helpful, but not necessary. Another option is to have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt. You can use a towel rolled up lengthwise. And you also may want to use a bolster or a pillow. I'll show you what the bolster looks like. Give me just a second. Yoga bolster, or you can use a nice pillow as well. That won't be needed until the end of the class. So take a moment, pause the video, go ahead and gather your materials, and let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and once you have come into your seated position, you want to firmly plant your feet on the ground. You want to sit with your back away from your chair. We're going to lengthen up through your spine from the bottom of your spine all the way through the top of your head. We're going to inhale in through your nose and exhaling it back out. Dropping those shoulders down away and back from your ears. Continue your breath. Take in one more breath and exhaling it out. If you close your eyes, go ahead and open them at this time. We're going to bring some movement into this. We're going to inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Setting your gaze upward, exhaling everything down. I'm going to inhale in that nice positive energy. Exhaling anything out that you don't need. I'm going to inhale, lift those arms up again. This time we're going to exhale, but lowering your right arm down. If you have your block to your right side, you're going to lower that arm down to the block. Just bringing the other arm up and over, setting your gaze upward to your hand or down towards your block. If you do not have a block, you can modify this by using the bottom rail of your chair if you have one. And of course, if you don't have a bottom rail, you can just hold on to the side of your chair and just take into whatever stretch that you can manage. Taking a couple of breaths. Breathing into that left side of your body. Breathing into that stretch. And we're going to inhale those arms up. And exhaling that left arm down. Finding your modification. Looking up, perhaps gazing down. Breathing into that right side of your body. Breathing into that stretch. On this next inhale, we're going to inhale that arm back up, sitting up straight, and exhaling it down to the side. Going to inhale those arms up again. This time we're going to exhale, doing a slight rotation, bringing your right hand to the top of your chair, or you can bring it just to the rails on the back of your chair, and bringing your left hand to the outside of your thigh. Twisting, gazing your head and your neck towards that right shoulder, keeping that abdominal muscles drawn in, and breathe. And on this next inhale, we're going to inhale those arms up, moving through that spine. Gaze is going to be up. Exhale, rotating over that left shoulder. And breathe. more breath. You're gonna inhale those arms up. Exhaling those hands down to your chair. We're gonna grab either onto the bottom of your chair or onto the back of your chair rails. And we're going to inhale into cat and cows. You're gonna inhale, pushing that chest out, bringing a slight arch into your back, raising that head up. Exhale, round that back out, bringing that head down. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding it out. Inhale one more time. And exhaling it out. And we're going to come back into a nice seated position. And this time we're going to bring a little bit of movement into our lower half. You're going to lift those feet all the way up, bringing those toes towards your shins. And then you're going to pull those feet together. So just kind of drawing those toes back and lift them up. If you can spread them out. Draw them in, holding it, and we're going to go one more time. Great. And bring those toes down to the ground. We're going to pull back a little bit, and we're going to lift up onto your toes, lifting those heels up. And we're going to exhale those heels back down. We're going to inhale, lifting up your heels, working those ankles a little. Exhale it down. Inhale, lifting up those ankles, lifting those heels. Exhaling it down. One more time, inhale and exhale. We're going to start with your right foot. We're going to nicely just kick that right leg out and bring it back in. We're going to inhale, lift the foot up. So you're straightening that leg out, exhaling it back. You're going to inhale, lifting it up. Continue to try to keep those abdominal muscles drawn in, keeping that back straight. And one more time, lifting it up. And hold. Continue your breath. And releasing it back down to the ground. Same thing on your left leg. You're going to inhale, lift that leg up. Exhaling it down. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhaling it down. You're going to inhale, lifting it up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up one more time. And hold. Keeping those toes drawn back towards your shins. A couple more breaths. And exhaling it down. I'm going to go ahead, if you have your strap or your towel or belt close by, I'm going to go ahead and take it and place it under the instep of your right foot. We're going to lift that leg all the way out once more. This time we're going to take that leg out to the side if you need to and bring it back in. Now if you don't need to use it, that's fine. You don't have to use the strap if you don't need to. I'm going to take it back out. And bring it back in. And inhale that leg out. And exhaling it in. And bringing it down. Switching over to the other side. Holding it. Inhale. Exhale it in. Inhale it out. Exhale it in. Gonna inhale back out. Exhale it in. Gonna inhale it out. And exhaling it back in. Great. Okay, we're gonna remove that strap for now. You can place it under your chair. But also move your blocks out of the way slightly. We will need those again, but right now we're not gonna need those. We're gonna go into our seated warrior positions. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna turn that right leg so that your right foot is planted on the ground. Try to keep those abdominal muscles drawn in, adding that support to your core and your back. We're gonna bring that left leg extend it, heel up, toe down. And you're gonna lift those arms straight above so that your arms are in line with your ears, directly over your shoulders. We're gonna go into our seated crescent lunge. I'm gonna hold here, breathe in for a couple of breaths, and exhaling it out, and breathing it in, and exhaling it out. I'm gonna rotate that heel down, finding that 45-degree angle in that back heel. This is our seated warrior one. Continue your breath. One more breath, inhale it in, and exhaling it out. You're gonna open towards the front. You're gonna extend those arms out to the right and the left. You're gonna shoot your gaze over the right arm. This is your warrior two. Continue your breath. Abdominals drawn in. Lengthening through your back. Continue your breathing. You're gonna inhale in and exhaling it out. And lowering that left arm down, rotate the right arm up, slide that left arm down your leg, bringing that right arm up and over, setting your gaze up towards your hand or looking down towards the ground. This is our reverse warrior. And returning back into warrior two. We're gonna bring your forearm down to your thigh, bringing that left arm up and over, setting your gaze, stretching into your side angle lunge in your seated position. Sending long lines of energy from that foot all the way through that pinky finger. Bringing into that left side of your body. All the way back up to warrior two and releasing it. Gonna slowly walk that left leg back into center, rotating to the opposite side of your chair. We're gonna bring your left leg, placing it on the ground. You wanna try to keep that, if you can, have that knee over the ankle, extending that right leg back, keeping those abdominal muscles drawn in, lifting those arms up by your ears. And breathing. Inhale it in and exhaling it out. Continue your breath. We'll rotate that back heel down, going into your seated warrior one. Opening into warrior two, setting that gaze over that left arm. Lower that right arm down, rotate the left arm up, and leaning over onto your right side, setting that gaze up towards that left hand. Or perhaps you're going to look down on this one. Whatever is comfortable for you. Breathing into the left side body. Coming back up into warrior two. We're going to drop that forearm down to your thigh, leaning all the way over. That energy from the ground up through your body, all the way through that hand. Coming all the way back up to warrior two. Dropping those arms down. slowly walk that right leg in and bringing that left leg around. At this time, we're going to go ahead and transition into our standing sun salutations using a chair. We're going to inhale, lift those arms all the way up. And exhale, bring those hands down to the chair and coming all the way down, almost resting your head on the chair if you can. Inhale, lifting your back into a flat back. Exhale, bringing that head back down. Let us step back. And we're going to come all the way down, bending those elbows, still exhaling, and arching that back, lifting up. Inhale, exhale, pushing everything back, all the way to your feet, and bringing that head all the way down into a standing downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, lift that head, gently step those feet forward, coming all the way down with your head to the chair. Inhale into a flat back once more. Exhale, bringing it down. Then inhale, standing up, lifting those arms all the way up. And exhale, bring those hands down. You may continue to do the other version with the modified cobra. I'm going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale those hands down, all the way to the ground, going into a forward fold. Inhale, lift into a flat back, stepping those feet back. Then come all the way down, if you can. Inhale, pushing all the way up into downward facing dog. Then lift, stepping those feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Bring those arms up, overhead. Exhaling them down. I'm going to go through that one more time. You're going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, bring those hands down to the chair, into your forward fold. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, step those feet back. If you need to stay here, you can stay here. We're going to bend those elbows, coming forward onto the chair. Pushing yourself up and all the way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, bring that head down. Then inhale into your flat back. Exhale down one more time. You're going to inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down to your side. We're going to go into our standing triangle using our chair. You're going to take your foot. We're going to start with your left foot. You're going to place it underneath of your chair. With your left arm, you're going to take it palms flat, fingers spread apart, pushing your weight into your right hip. You're going to lean into your chair, extending that arm. Your gaze can be upward, gaze can be forward, or gaze can be down. Try to continue to hold this position, breathing. And bring that arm down. You're going to come back up, slightly bring that left leg back. We're going to lean over slightly more, bringing that hand to the center of your chair. We're going to go into our half moon. You're going to lift that right leg up. If you can stay here, great. You can extend that arm up. Continue to hold that posture, pulling those abdominal muscles in, and breathe. And release it. I'm going to walk to the other side of your chair, or you can rotate however you want to do this. Gonna place that right leg underneath the bottom of your chair. Bring that hand down. You're gonna push that hip out and bring that arm up into your standing triangle using your chair. Your gaze can be up, gaze can be forward, or perhaps your gaze can be down. Keep those abdominal muscles drawn in. And bring that hand down. Bring that foot out slightly from your chair. Bring that hand to the middle of your chair. We're going to lift that left leg up, extending that arm out into your half moon, and hold it and breathe. Focus on your breathing. And lower it down. We're going to go into our Warrior 3 modified using our chair. You can choose to do this using the back of your chair if it's sturdy, or you can do it using the front of your chair. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your right foot, place it under your rim of your chair, and we're going to come down, both hands on the chair, lifting up the left leg, keeping that left arm on your chair, extending the right arm out. Tighten that abdominal muscles up. Your gaze can be about 2 to 3 inches forward past the chair. Just looking slightly over the chair. Try to find a flat back if you can, and hold it, keeping those abdominal muscles drawn in. And we're going to release that. We're going to switch out, leaving that left leg on the floor, lifting up that right leg, extending the left arm. Abdominal muscles should be drawn in. Gaze is slightly over the chair. This is your Warrior 3. And we're going to release that. We're going to walk our way back around, have a seat on our chairs. And we're going to bring our blocks forward. Go ahead and grab your strap. We're going to take your strap, cradle your foot, straighten that leg out, flex those toes as much as you can, and lifting it up, just getting a slight stretch in that leg. Should be feeling a little bit of a hamstring stretch here, maybe down into your shin as well. And breathe into that stretch and release it. I'm going to switch again. Bring those toes towards your shin. Lifting that leg up slightly. Getting a little bit of a stretch. And release it. And we're going to move your strap out of the way. And we're going to bring our blocks. And place your blocks in the middle. You're going to kind of sit a little bit to the edge, but be safe. Don't come too far off the edge. I'm going to inhale those arms up. I'm going to straddle your legs, open your legs up slightly. I'm going to exhale into your forward fold. Now you can find the position that best suits you with your blocks, wherever that level is. And go ahead, bring those blocks back up if you rotated them down. We're going to take your right leg, cross it over your left. I'm going to get a little bit of stretch in those glutes. Taking your blocks, you're going to fold down, holding on to your blocks. gonna switch, crossing the left leg over the right and leaning forward. And pull those toes back towards your shins if necessary. And releasing that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and transition into our final pose. So you are welcome to find your pose. Just sitting here in your chair, scooting back, allowing your legs to relax. Turn those palms up, and depending on how high your chair comes, mine comes up to my head. I'm just gonna kind of rest my head back. If your chair doesn't come that far up, you can just relax your body and just allow your body to relax. The other way you can do this is if you have your blocks, you can take your blocks and place them at whatever height is good for you. Take your bolster, take your pillow, place it on top of the blocks and relax your legs out. Same position, bring your hands down, turn your palms up. And you can relax and rest in this position. And the final resting position we can do, I'm gonna move my block bolster out of the way. I'm gonna move my blocks out of the way.
Yep.
We can come down into a seated legs up on your chair position. And the way we're gonna do that, you're just gonna simply come down. Now, if you need something to cushion your legs or your feet, you can always use a blanket or a towel. Use your towel if you have one. Just gonna bring your hips up to the side of your chair. Rotate those feet up onto the chair and lie yourself down on the ground. Once you're lying on the ground, turn those palms up and just rest here in this position. As you're lying here, as you're sitting here, as you're relaxing in this final position, find gratitude for coming and doing something maybe you've not done before. Find gratitude and taking time out for yourself today, taking a little bit of time for self-care, trying something new, and just being present in this moment. Carry this time that you worked on strengthening and finding your balance. Carry that through the day with you. Find that balance in every do and continue to keep and maintain your strength. As you're resting, you may go ahead and return to your normal breathing. Anything that is racing through your mind, continue to allow your mind to try to quiet those things, only taking in what needs to be taken in. Find a moment of relaxation, a moment of restoration, and a moment of rest. At this time, if you have not done so, you may open your eyes. Go ahead and bring movement back into your toes, back into your fingers. If you are lying on the ground with your feet supported on your chair, go ahead and bring those feet down. Slowly bring yourself up into a seated position and transferring up onto your feet as you're ready. Coming back into your chair to a seated position. If you're already seated, just go ahead and just bring that movement in and find a moment of stillness before you transition out of class today. So thank you so much for joining me in this class. I hope this class has been beneficial for you. If it has been, please share this class, comment on my class, and of course, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It is so greatly appreciated. I want to thank you again for your support. Have a great day.